All right, ladies and gentlemen, the official openings soundtrack of the UEC BMX European Championships 2025. Anyone around the track, clap your hands, come on! Make some noise, get ready for day number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UEC BMX European Championships. The racing is about to begin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for day number 1. UEC BMX European Championships, Valmiera, Latvia. In the first category, cruiser women, 30 years and over. People are out. Are you ready? Come on, guys. Once again on my count. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Good stuff, guys. Day number 1 about to begin. I'm excited. Race number 1 on the gates. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with race number 1. The cruiser women category, 30 years and over. With on the inside, a great start for the German rider. She is the first to show in the first race, Christian Westner. Oh, but Westner was going really high in turn number 1. We are looking to the French rider who's taking over the lead on the inside. It's going to be Elodie Mérouget. So Mérouget is right now on the inside in the second turn. The other rider, Bosk, is going really high in the turn. And the other rider is still in the mix for third at the moment. Christian Wiesner. So Wiesner for the moment in 3. The rider in 4 is the rider coming out of Great Britain, Mandy Hamstock. Hamstock in 4 in and out of the final turn. That's the way they go with the victory for the V5, I believe. Oh, the 4 on the end taking the win. The other French rider of Lorient Bosk.
And the race number 2, the cruiser women 13 over. Then in the front it says 4:08. Malika Filopilo from France is in the leading this race number 2 for women. 13 and over for cruisers category. Tieši Francijas sportists šobrīd vadībā labi starciņē un V3 numurs ir aiz viņas otrā pozīcijā arī Francijas sportiste, kas ir Ludivine Cervelle no Francijas in second. All 3 French riders in the top 3 at the moment, and War 3 is going up in the finishing first.
All right, race number 3 is on the way, ladies and gentlemen, with Maria, with Cornillon from France, Massoni. We have Carmen Gonzalez, España, on the track with Armstrong from Latvia and Blanketas, Poucla, France. So race number 3 is on the way. We had already a crash in the final turn. But coming down that final straightaway of their third straightaway, the rhythm section. With the rider from Belgium, it's going to be Peggy Marion. He makes 2,000 Tesla working hard for spot number 1, but around the outside of Frenchie is taking over the number 1 place, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Masson. Masson is taking the win in front of Marion. And on the number 3, another French rider, Mathilde Glanketas.
Well, the next category is younger cruiser women, 17 to 29. Lily Shiwita from Great Britain is leading this first gate for the race number 4 for cruisers women, 17 to 29. She's still in the front. Last turn, he takes the win in this qualification moto.
All right, here we go with the former number 1 of Europe, Verona, Italy from last year. Look at her go, ladies and gentlemen. She's in a great shape again. Jill Vogelpoel in and out of turn number 1, alongside another Dutch rider, the world number 4 of Jennifer Maarten. Closely following behind, followed by another Dutch rider in free, Debbie Schalk. Schalk in and out of the second turn. And then we are looking to the 4th place rider coming up on the rhythm section. It seems like we have the French rider, and the French rider for the moment in 4, Mila Monache. Monache in 4, but all the way at the front in. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on Miss Jill Vogelpoel.
And the last gate for the cruiser women, 70 to 29. In the second straight, number 3 last year in Europe, Kristina Madrasova from Slovakia is leading this race. All 3 gate is qualifying to the semifinals today for the European Championship 2025. And later on today in the late evening for the big finals. The number 3 in the last year Europe from Slovakia, Kristina Madrasova, is taking the win in this race.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the world number 7. Watch out for Leonie Burgel. Burgel from France is taking the early lead in this one. It's race number 7 in the cruiser category girls, 16 years and under. On the number 2 position, we have the rider out of Great Britain. It's going to be Annelies Kedman Carpenteris. It's a long name for this rider out of Great Britain. Too long for my sheet, but not too long for the track. And she's in second place at the minute. We are looking to the rider in 3 coming up from France is Ines Yvonne. Yvonne is looking good. We are looking to the Dutch rider, Caitlin van der Biggelaar. Van der Biggelaar in 4, in and out of the final turn. Is it enough? The Belgian rider is knocking on the back door. Is it someone from Belgium? No, it's a free run free, ladies and gentlemen. Laurent Minima.
Very young and fast. Stepan Komfremlo from Czech Republic is leading the cruiser girls 16 and younger. And for the cruisers category, she is in 3rd straight in 2nd position. So outside the 306, Margot Ott from France is already getting in the 2nd, but still Fremlo from Czech Republic is taking the win. Race number 8.
All right, here we go with another race in the same category with the play number 15. Former number 5 of Europe, it's going to be Céline Boyer. So Boyer from France is leading the charge in front of the Dutch rider in 2nd, Milan van Dijken. We have another French rider inside the top 3, Romain Gevray. Gevray in and out of the 2nd turn. Another low number of Ella Holzer is coming up. Mabel Factory Team Belgium. So Belgium around the outside on the rhythm section, looking for a spot inside the top 4 to go through into the semi-final. But all the way at the front in, former number 5 of Europe, Céline Bollier.
So we move on in this next age category. It's women 15 over 505. Nicolas Tarif from France is leading this race for the very experienced cruiser riders. Still in the 3rd straight in the middle. Leading this race, number 13, Eric Brandelgerbroek from Netherlands in 2nd place in the last turn. And the French riders taking the win for cruisers 15 and over.
All right, it's going to be race number 11 on the track right now. We have riders from Germany, from France, Slovakia, Great Britain, and 2 times Belgium. Oh, in another turn number 1, we have the French rider, Marc Bruno. Marc Bruno is leading this one out. We have the Belgian rider for the moment in 2nd. In the colors of French BMX, ladies and gentlemen, Walter de Visser took an incredible win earlier on this year in Zolder, and is right now in 2nd place, followed by the 501, and that belongs to Martin Molnar. Slovakia inside the top 3. Oh, the other Belgian riders coming up. Tony Strobbe, the kid on the final straightaway. Here comes Tony Strobbe, and in front of him at the minute, the play number 22 of Michael Brechtelsbauer.
So we have a crash in the 1st turn, but there's the cruisers 45-49 in the 2nd gate for the all total 3 groups in this age category. So after qualifications, they will proceed to the semifinals and big finals for today for European Championship 2025. The last turn, one of the leaders, Stay Strong riders taking the very strong win. 3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have two Latvian riders. In this one, we have Marcus Slinks and Alvis Lanzo. Those are the riders on the track. Oh, we have the German rider from the inside. It's going to be Erik Grabliger. So Grabliger is taking place number 1 out in front, followed by the plane number 17, and he's coming out of Great Britain. Fraser Watson. Watson in the blue colors, around the outside in the second turn. And we have the other Latvian rider coming up, Alvis Lanzo. Come on, Latvia, make some noise. Lanzo on the inside in the final turn. It's enough for a spot into the big final. Straight after 3 motos. The rider from Sweden is coming up down the final straight away, and that belongs to Gustav Aspergen.
Next stage category cruisers 40-44, and the 4 Latvian riders here in this group. 4-0-9, Christopher Toulouse from France is leading the disqualification of race number 14 in the road. The 4 Latvijas sportisti šajā te braucienā iekšā ir, un šobrīd labākais no tiem ir Valmijas sportists 4-1-0 Māris Krastīņš. Māris Krastīņš ir jau pēdējā virāžā stabili 2. vieta, bet Francijas sportisti šajā braucienā.
All right, what a start of the world number 8 of Geert Jonkers. He is on the way in this one. And the battle is going on in and out of turn number 1. The French rider on the 405 bike. It's Michael Lecon. Michael Lecon is for the moment in second. And who's the rider? On the outside, making moves in the second turn. Outside, inside, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great job for the 400 of Terence Tornabene. Tornabene is the other French rider, and he's looking for a bit more. Also in the final turn. Oh, here is Tornabene, ladies and gentlemen. He passed the other French rider of Lecam. In 4, we have the rider from Denmark, Rune Ardo.
The middle-age cruisers category from 30 to 39, and 2 European finalists in the last year. Now they're leading the race, shoulder by shoulder. The European champion, number 11 last year, Bo Hezeli from Netherlands, is leading this race for cruisers 30-39. Nīderlandes sportists ir pagājušā gada Eiropas čempionšajā braucienā izcīna pārliecinošu uzvaru.
All right, here we go with Thibaut Chauvin, the man from France, European number 1 from last year. Verona, Italy is looking for another European title today after the semi-finals, of course, on the finishing line during the finals. And right now he is leading this one out. Thibaut Chauvin in and out of the second turn on the rhythm section, followed by the plane number 12 of Kevin Anjoubo. Anjoubo is one of the other French riders, and then we have James Assault in and out of the final turn. Inside the top 3, ladies and gentlemen, it's Benjamin Rondo coming a bit closer, heading towards the line alongside the 50104, and that's Agris Aleitsels, Latvia.
Actually, there is a crash at the start the next stage category cruisers 25-29, and one of the Latvians is leading this ladder. Tas ir Emils Jekševics. Uzgalēja Latvijas atbalstītāji Emils Jekševics vadībā šajā braucienā pārliecinoši jau no paša starta. Osis no Latvijas sportistiem šobrīd 4. vietā. Emils Jekševics from Latvia is taking the race. This is the race number 18.
All right, here we go with another really fast rider coming out of Latvia. It's going to be Renas Oga. So Oga is one of the favorites as well in the cruiser category 25 till 29 years old. The rider in second is going to be Ronan Perrault. Ronan Perrault for the moment in second, holding on for the second place in and out of the second turn. The rider in 3 coming up is another Frenchie, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Serazin. Serazin is there, another Latvian rider. Tries to be inside the top 4. Ronald Lipins. Lipins in and out of the final turn. Once again, Latvia. Make some noise.
And the youngest cruisers category, cruisers 12. Here we see that is the fighting against for the leading position. 205 Mathieu van der Voorde for Belgium is leading this race with Sweden in the second place at the moment. Wilson Huisman. In the second turn, the Belgian rider still in the front. Young guns here in El Valmiera track for a European BMX Championship. So still nothing is done till the last turn. The Belgian rider still in the front. The Swedish guy trying to go up, and in the last meters, the Sweden's going up and is taking the win in this race.
All right, look at this, Andries Slams and Van Dijken, my good friend. For the Dutchies, leading this one out in front of the 201. And the 201 belongs to Miroslav Drijstijlen out of the Czech Republic. Is not that close by the man out in front. Sam Van Dijken, world number 1 in Glasgow 2023. And former European number 1 on the 28th, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Van Dijken in and out of the final turn. De winst, die gaat hier mee naar Nederland. Second place for the Czechy guy. And who's the rider in 3 coming up down that final straight away? It is the rider on the 209, Max Livingstone out of Great Britain.
Let's move on with the next age category, cruisers 13-14. Here's the 7 riders on the track. In the third straight, number 312, it's James Cottrell from Great Britain is leading this cruisers 13-14 years old in the race number 22. And the second place is a marker from Finland.
All right, great to see riders coming out of the Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen. Konstantin Chakchuk is on the way in this one and is trying to get himself into the semifinals. But the man out in front is the rider coming out of the Czech Republic, Stefan Velka. So Velka is leading the charge in front of the 300, and that belongs to Timio Colombe from France. So he's in a good place as well. Another French rider is, that's Timio Colombe. That means Nathaniel Kullet out of Switzerland is in front of him, taking the second place. It's Velka taking the win. And another French rider was coming a bit closer there. Colombe.
And the last gate for the cruisers, 13-14. We have crashed in the first straight. Unfortunately, the Latvian rider. Put your hands together and support him. The last year European champion Dominic Zush. But good luck for the next qualification motos. So, but there's the Belgian rider in a leading position. Gus Lennart is taking the win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the cruiser category 50 to 60 years old with another Belgian rider who's coming from the middle. It's not Gus Lennart, it's Milan Lennart, ladies and gentlemen. A crash for the Latvian rider on the first straightaway, but it's Milan Lennart leading the charge in front of his countryman, Ethan Klaas. Following in second, and we have the Dutch rider for the moment in three, Nathan Paula. Paula is following, the rider in four coming up on the rhythm section, the third straightaway. It's going to be the Spanish rider, Alvaro Carcelin Gonzalez. Gonzalez in four, España vamos! In and out of the final turn, the man from Spain managing to be inside the top four, but the win goes out to the Belgian rider, La Belgique, la victoire pour Milan Lennart.
The race number 26, cruisers 15-6 still, go on in track, and it's a good start for the number 16. Oh, there's something to drop off from the track, but number 14, Louis Jungunon from France is leading this race in the second turn. Now the third turn, and the number 14 behind him, Louis is already changing. The Steve Swinets from Belgium is taking the lead in this race, and last straight, and the Belgian rider taking the winner, race number 26.
All right, with the next race on the track right now, it is the rider coming out of the Czech Republic, Simon Aksamit. Simon Aksamit is the first to show elbows going on in turn number one, but it's Aksamit still leading the charge. In second at the moment we have Matthijs Lauer. Lauer out of Estonia is closing the wheel, but the man out in front, Czech Republic. Coming over the third straightaway, the 517 is coming up of Shane Brown, coming out of Great Britain. Oh, Brown is looking for a bit more in the final turn, making moves, ladies and gentlemen. So Brown right now in second, Lauer in three, but all the way at the front in, the Czechy guy of Simon Aksamit.
And move on with the next age categories, the cruisers 70-24. And the front is a 7-4. It's a Daniel Wilson from Great Britain. He's very confident and very safe in the first position. And there's the really big fight behind him. And then from Netherlands, 7-0 for Timo Boswell from Netherlands in 2. But Great Britain, Daniel Wilson is taking the win in race number 28.
All right, here we go with race number 29 with another Dutch rider. It's going to be Koen Geeling. Geeling is the first to show, ladies and gentlemen. LA ligt er voor de Achterhoek in and out of turn number one. Koen Geeling leading the charge in front of another Dutch rider, Lenny Wyatt. And the former number one is Thomas Pons coming out of France, but he has two fast Dutchies in front of him. Here we go in and out of the second turn with Thomas Pons and another Dutch rider, Van der Zande. Oh, the man on his chase bicycle, Finn Magiels, the golden boy, right now on the number four. Pons making moves, Wyatt still in second, all the way at the front in, and the victory to Koen Geeling.
And only two motos to go for the first qualification round. Here's the French rider in the front of this Enzo Crispin. He's leading this race for the cruisers 17-24 for the 30, race number 30 is 710 Enzo Crispin, and the second is 709. It's Vito Belstrap from France. So French riders are leading this race, and the Latvian rider in the three.
All right, we have Estonia on the outside in the last race of moto number 1. Estonia is going to be Andrin Kacu. Kacu is on the way, but he's not leading this one out. Oh, he's in 4th for the moment. Great Britain was coming in as well. And we have another rider from GB leading this one out, the UK, Alex Brooks. So Brooks in and out of the second turn. Who's the rider in between in second? It seems like it's a French rider of Jules Cateye. So Cateye is following. And we are looking to the Belgian rider, I believe. Is it Belgium who's coming up right now? A man in blue. No, it's Estonia, ladies and gentlemen. Andrin Kacu trying to qualify himself for the semi-final. The rider on the number 4 is the rider out of Great Britain, Rocky O'Brien.
So Sam, we are done with the first qualification round and we are ready to kick off with the cruisers women 13 over for second motos.
All right, moto number 1 already done, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready for the second moto on the start.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UEC BMX European Championships. The racing is about to begin. Are you ready?
Attention. Okay, riders, ready to start. Riders, ready, watch the gate.
All right, people, we are back with the second qualification motos, the cruisers, women 13 and over in the track. So there's Peggy Marion from Belgium is leading. Oh, she's good. So now she's in the front of the other riders. She's losing our leading spot already. Peggy Marion is still from Belgium. Yeah, she's improving the result comparing the previous race when she finished in the second. Now she's leading in the number 1 in the second place, 3:00. Mathilde Gasgau from France. The French riders is in second place. And the last turn for all the 5 cruiser women, 30 riders. And 4:07. Peggy Marion is taking the win from Belgium.
Race number 2 on the gate.
Riders, ready, watch the gate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with Maika Pelot from France, Elodie Merouget from France as well with Lilla Adamson. Coming out of Latvia with Kim Boben. Annelies Alvrik, 2 Dutch riders, 2 rijders van Nederland. En pour la France, ils sont partis avec Ludivine Servel. And that's the rider not leading this one out. We have another rider out the front. It's Malika Pelot. Pelot in and out of turn number 2. Followed by the country rider in second. And the country rider, that's the V5. And the V5 belongs to Elodie Merouget. So Merouget is there together with Servel. 1, 2, and 3 for France, ladies and gentlemen, in race number 2. Anyone around the track? Frenchies, come on, make some noise. Let's hear you guys. Frenchies, 1, 2, and 3 on the line. Alvrik in 4 for the Dutchies.
All right, the third race in on cruisers women 13 and over. The last gate for this category. And the number 4, it's coming down from the first turn, is Laurine Bosque from France. 4:06, Christian Wiesner from Germany in a second. Yeah, both is running away from all the other riders. So the French rider, number 4 on the plate, is still leading. She's looking back on the shoulder, what's going on in the back of her. This 4:06, Christian Wiesner from Germany, still in second place. But the French rider, only the last straight, she's taking the win in this race number 3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from lane number 8, we have the winner of Motor number 1, of course, former European number 1. And she's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Jill Vogelpoel, Miss Jill Vogelpoel. In the BMX scene for many years. The first rider on the second straight away, followed by the French rider. And the French rider in second is going to be Lou Pilar. Lou Pilar was in second, but right now the Belgian rider of Lumbeek is taking over. Which of the Lumbeeks is right now in second place? It's going to be Sander Lumbeek. Lisa Lumbeek in 4, in front of the Dutch rider in 5th at the minute. Melissa van der Zande. Another French rider in this one as well with Mila Molanche. But all the way at the front in a clear victory of Miss Jill Vogelpoel. Well done.
We're still in the cruiser women, 17 to 29, and Kristina Madrasova from Slovakia. She's in the number 1 again, is in the previous race as well. Number 3 in Europe last year, Slovakian rider. She's very fast here in the Valmiera. She's in second turn. The next in the 7-1-2 is Anna Drew from Great Britain. In his third place is 22, and the number to Femke Ferros from Belgium. And Slovakian rider still in the leading position is night jumping in the last straight. She's finishing in first.
Race number 6 on the gate. Alright, here we go with Van Samen, Dagmar, Selina, Chichua, Maarten, Hemstok, and Schalkar on the way. And the lady in black is leading this one out at the moment, taking the whole shot. The world number 4 of Jennifer Maarten, Debbie Schalk. So we have 2 Dutch ladies out in front. Is it Hemstok for the moment? In 3, I believe. 708, no, it's the other rider coming out of Great Britain, Lily Chichua. What a name of this rider coming out of Great Britain. So it's Chichua in 3 at the minute, in and out of the second turn, followed by another rider on the number 4 coming out of Great Britain, Jetske Hemstok. That's the way they go at the moment, in and out of the final turn. A great victory for the lady in black, world number 4, Jennifer Maarten.
The youngest girls category for cruisers, 16 and younger. We started at number 7 last year in the world. Renée Bruvel from France is very fast in the first straight. She's coming in the 1 out in the second straight, in the second position. 319, Mila van Dieken from Netherlands, and 317, Alma Kerley from Swiss. Now it's the top 3. Still in this number 7, Leonie Bruvel from France. She's going up and very fast and very confident. She's definitely leading this race, number 7 for youngest girls category cruisers, 16 and younger.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with race number 8 in the cruising category, girls 60 years and under. We are looking to the Belgian run, and the Belgian run is going to be Eline Wijnands. Wijnands taking place number 1 after the first turn with the French rider who's following in second, Lea Bianchi. Bianchi is there, no, it's the other French rider. I beg your pardon, it's Ines Yvonne. Ines Yvonne in second. So after the second turn, it's going to be Wijnands, Yvonne. Where is the Dutch rider? She's in 5th at the moment, Laura Minema, world number 1 of 2022. And also from that same year, the European champ. But she's working hard to be in the first 4 places like she did in motor number 1. Laurent Minema coming up, down at final straightaway, op het laatste stuk. Zit nog een andere dame voor, we banen met 305. Pour la France, avec le 4e place, Lea Bianchi.
And the final gate for the cruisers, girls 16 and lower, the race number 9. And the leading is 15, Céline Boulet from France, 311. 311, and that's Cadman Carpenter from Great Britain in the second place. Yes, exactly, and still the last year European number 5, Céline Boulet from France is number 1 in the last turn. On the last straight, she's very close to the finish to take another win. Here for cruisers, girls 16 and lower.
Race number 10 on the start, cruiser category 50 years and over. Walter de Visser, Erik Vaderingenbroek, Paul Barnard, Martin Molnar. We gaan het ons bouwen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's from the inside. Walter de Visser took an incredible victory in Zolder, Belgium. But right now, he's not the fastest off the back. From the middle, we are looking to the Dutch rider, Erik Vlaardingenbroek. Erik Vlaardingenbroek in and out of turn number 1. De Visser in second. On the left-hand side, on the second straightaway, we are looking to Martin Molnar. Molnar from Slovakia. And the battle is going on in the back at the moment. Michael Brechtersbauer has some work to do. The other rider is in front of him. I think now it's Brechtersbauer in 4. That means Paul Barnard has some work to do into the final turn. But Vlaardingenbroek is going to take the win in front of Walter de Visser. And on the number 3, Martin Molnar.
And the second gate for the real cruiser gentlemen, 15 and over, race number 11, and the 2 French riders. He's going to try who's gonna be leading this race. Number 505, Nicolas Tarif from France is coming, goes and leading it, and now a little bit outside for second turn. Still in the 1, still in 1. And then third straight, and number 500, Marc Bruneux from France, both French riders. Now they are fighting for the leading position of, and then Nicolas Tarry is taking the win in the race number 11 for cruisers 15 and over.
All right, here we go with 2 Dutch riders. Ronald Spoor, Jimmy van Gessel vanuit Nederland op de baan te vinden. We are looking to the plane number 504, and that belongs to Christian Messeroos. Messeroos is a rider coming out of Hungary. Oh, he's not leading this one anymore, the man in white. Oh, crash on the second straightaway. And right now it's Van Gessel and Spoor in the mix for the next round. And the next round will be straight into the big final. Let's hope if it's enough for Jimmy van Gessel. But the 510 is leading this one out. And that belongs to the rider coming out of Sweden, Gustav Aspergen. So Aspergen in and out of the final turn on the number 1, followed by Christian Messeroos, Ronald Spoor and Jimmy van Gessel. All right, it was the Czechy guy who went down hard on the second straight. Pavel Smerek from Czech Republic.
Here we go with the next race, number 13, cruisers 45, 49. And the number 502, Matt Bernard from Great Britain is leading this race. Yeah, he's looking good. He's also in previous race, Matt Bernard from Great Britain. Lielbritānijas sportists iepriekšējā braucienā labi brauc un izcīnīja uzvaru. He's very close to take another win in the second motos, second qualifications for cruisers 45-49.
All right, I think the bottle of water did help for Matt Barnard because he took the win in moto number 2. Great job for the guy coming out of Great Britain, but here we go with race number 14 on the track. Novotny, Ozolic, Upetis, Barbras, Huber, Krastic coming out of Latvia, and Tornabene, Bukla, Francais. So those are the riders now on the track. Oh, one rider is really fast at the front end, ladies and gentlemen. It's Torrance Tornabene. Torrance Tornabene pour la France en tête de la course, leading the charge, and the battle is going on for second. Is it another French rider who's there? Is it the Latvian rider who's coming through in second? It's the rider from Germany, it's Markus Huber on the line for second. And the rider in free coming up was the other Latvian rider of Maris Krastic.
And the second gate for the cruiser 40-44, race number 15. In all 5 Latvians between all the other international riders here in this second qualification route. And number 8, and nobody else as Mr. Girts Jonkos. Jonkos tieši tā uzgavēja Latvijas līdzutēji. Girts Jonkos ir vadībā šajā braucienā pārliecinoši. Šobrīd vadībā betīga Francijas sportists priekšējā malu. Mēģiniet galām 4.05. Tas Miguel Lecon from France is trying to catch the Girts Jonkos. He's still leading in this race, number 15 for cruisers 40-44.
All right, 16 on the gate. All right, here we go with the cruiser category, 30 till 39 years old. Benjamin Rondeau from France, Jonathan Gerard from France. We have Kevin Anjou-Belot from France. We have a lot of difficult names on my list, but let's fake it till you make it. Martins Minsels from Latvia, Bobo, Klein Hesselink. A bit easier for me to say that name because I know him for many years. Bo Klein Hesselink is now leading this one out, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible move in the second turn. In second, we have the French rider, the European number 7 of Benjamin Rondeau. And in and out of the final turn, we have another low number, Kevin Anjou-Belot. That's the way they go.
And the next gate for the cruisers 30-39, race number 16, and the rider who is number 11, last year European champion from France, Thibaut Chauvin is leading this qualification moto for 30-39. Number 3 in the Europe, Alexandre Duchesne, both are from France, and they are leading this race in the Latvian rider with a 5.51. This is Egris Leisdans. Leisdans is in the 3rd place, and another Latvian rider in the 4th. But both French riders is in the 1st and 2nd place.
All right, here we go with race number 18 in the cruiser category, 25 till 29 years old. Oh, Kevin Elvis in this one. The big Dutchie coming all the way from the outside, but taking the lead in and out of turn number 1, heading towards the second straight, followed by one of the French riders. And the French rider in second is going to be Ronan Perrault. Ronan Perrault closely following behind by the Dutch rider, Kevin Elvis, still at the front end. We have another French rider coming down that rhythm section, in free for the moment. It's the rider on the 015, Loïc Laravine. Laravine in troisième place pour le moment. The Pink Panther, Mitchell Smith coming up down that final straight away. But the victory goes out to Kevin Elvis.
The full gate of the riders, cruisers 25-29. And one of the Latvian riders is Emil Siekševics is taking the lead, and all other 2 riders behind him, the second 2. This is the Auga un Orsis, 1, 2, 3, Latvija uzgalē, Iekševics, Auga, Orsis, 1, 2, 3, otrajā virāžā labs ātrums ir Iekševicam, nopietns pieteikums šodien uz galveno titulu, lai viņam izdodas arī pārējie, lai labi cīnās Emils Iekševics pēdējā taisnē un pārliecinoši uzvar Auga Orsis 2-3.
All right, Paul Diaz, Latvia, for the great atmosphere around the venue. Here we go with the next race. It's a cruiser category, 12 years and a bit younger. We have Josek Swils coming out of Great Britain with Kullig out of Switzerland. Mees Schouwman, onze vriend van Nederland, en Pula Belgique, Matthew van der Vonder. So those are the riders now on the track, and the 211 is leading this one out. Jack Swils coming out of Great Britain. Oh, but the Belgian riders taking over the number 1, Matthew van der Vonder. Matthew van der Vonder, right now the first rider on the rhythm section. And the Great Britain rider has to be careful because Czech Republic, Florian Hosek, is coming a bit closer in the final turn. Mason Schouwman van de ABMX Racing in 4, in and out of the final turn. But the win goes out to the rider from Belgium, Matthew van der Vonder.
And the second group for the youngest cruisers, 12 and younger. The number 12, Sim van Dingen from Netherlands, is very fast in the first straight, and its first turn coming out very. There's a good gap from the other riders in second place. 2:05 Miroslav Drezetl from Czech Republic. This is the first place, but still the Netherlands. Sim van Dingen, last year vice champion in a European Championship for cruisers 12 and younger. There's the fight for the third place in the Great Britain. Max Livingstone at the moment is in the number 3, but the UK team, the Bernard, is taking the win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with another category, the cruiser category, 13 till 14 years old, with a quick start. Coming from the middle is James Cotterell. Cotterell is coming out of Great Britain alongside Martin Klaas, Guus Leenaert. It's James Cotterell on the track with Calmi Cherry, Alvi Sim, Robin Mater and Alonso. Spain, Babos, Eric Gonzalez, Arrizabalaga is also in this one, but the 3-1-2 is leading this one out. James Cotterell on his right-hand side with the Belgian rider, and the Belgian rider in second. It's going to be Guus Leenaert, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Leenaert's making moves, but it's Leenaert in second. The 3-12 is taking the win, and that's going to be James Cotterell in 3, the rider from Spain, Eric Gonzalez, Arrizabalaga.
And the second gate for this age category cruisers, 13 and 14, number 17, Stepan Havelka from Czech Republic, very fast and a very good first straight. He's coming out from the first turn as a leading leader, 309. Isaac Petinin from France in the second turn, another French rider in 3. This is the top 3 at the moment. Stepan Havelka in front in a leading position in that third straight. Only last turn and the last straight, and he's already slowing down the speed, and he's taking another confident win in this race number 23.
Race number 24. All right, here we go with the golden boy, Liam Giels alongside Konstantin Chachuk from the Ukraine, Luca Tartus from France, Vera Olsen from Belgium, from Finland, Emil Iso-Markku, welcome to Finland. Timio Colomé from France and Nathaniel Kuller from Switzerland. So those are the riders now on the track, and we have the rider from Finland leading this one out. Finland, come on, make some noise. Emil Iso-Markku all the way at the front in. Who is following in second, ladies and gentlemen? Is it the rider coming out of Spain? Is it Belgium? Let's check him out. No, it's a Swiss rider of Nathaniel Kuller. He is taking second in 3. We have the 303 of Timio Colomé pour la France in 3e place.
Next age category cruisers, 15, 16, a Czech rider Šimon Aksamit is leading from very beginning. Oh, this is race number 25. Right behind him in the inside, 510 Eden Klees from Belgium, but the Czech rider still in the third straight, and the French rider in position number 3 at the moment, Marius Sijol. This is the top 3. Still the Czech rider is in the front. He's taking the win in the race number 25.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with race number 26 in the cruiser category, 15 till 16 years old. Oh, two fast Belgian riders at the front. Mille Leenaert. We did see Gust already twice on the track, and it's the second time on the track for his older brother. And he's right now leading this one out. Mille Leenaert, the winner of moto number 1, followed by the other Belgian rider, Thijs Wijnands. Two fast riders coming out of Belgium. Pour la Belgique on the track. The play number 14 is coming up. Former number 4 of Europe is Louis Jean Genet from France in the third place after the final turn. One Dutch rider is knocking on the back door. Nathan Paula coming down that final straightaway in 4.
And the final gate for cruisers, 15-16 race number 27. And Estonia against Latvia in the first straight. And inside Sandis Abolinch. Sandis Abolinch coming out as a leader. Sandis Abolinch, Obrik Vadiba, 517. Sean Brown from Great Britain is already in 2. The Estonian rider in 3. Matthias Lauer, 1, 2, 3. The Latvia, UK and Estonia in the straight. And Great Britain is attacking to the Latvian rider. He's defending very well. And Sandis Abolinch on Latvia's Eastin, Skais Uzvaru, and the Estonian rider in the 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's race number 28 from the start in the cruiser category, 17 till 24 years old. Timo Boesveld took already a second place and is right now in the mix for a spot inside the top 3. Who is leading this one out? It's going to be the European number 1 of last year. It's Thomas Pons. Thomas Pons from France leading this one out in front of Witse Baudet. I think it's the little Viking. Is that his surname? I'm not sure, but it's Baudet in second. Boesveld has to be careful on his right-hand side. We have another rider. It's going to be the Czech Republic, Joachim Cerny. Cerny is looking for a bit more, but Boesveld is holding on for a spot inside the top 3 behind Witse Baudet. And the winner of this one, Thomas Pons.
Race number 29, 3 gates to go. The cruiser 17-24. Very, very compact. All the riders is very fast in the first straight, and leading the 1-7-1-3, Alex Brooks from Great Britain. He's now already increasing the gap between all the other riders, and still in the front of all the other riders. 7-0-9, Vito Balestre from France. Yes, exactly, French riders too. And Alex Brooks is taking the win from Great Britain.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the world number 3 coming from the middle right now. He is directly at the front end, taking third in moto number 1 after an incredible comeback race. The man from Trace BMX, Bo van Burgstede, leading this one out in front of the man coming out of Estonia is Andren Kachu. Kachu is there, and we have Mr. DJ on the outside, Igmar Ankerman, battling hard for a spot inside the top 4. Koen Gelik has some work to do. The rider from Great Britain in between, Daniel Wilson. So Wilson in and out of the final turn. Kanju in second, all the way at the front end, Bobo van Burgstede.
And the last gate for the second qualification motos for cruisers category, and 7-0-0 is leading the Lenny Weyer from Netherlands. He's a little bit outside in the first straight, but the French rider 7-1-1, Jules Catin is going up. Now it's already in 1. The French, Netherlands 1-2, and another French rider is outside going out already. 7-1-0. It's Enzo Crispin. Yes, improving his position straight after straight, and both French riders is taking the double win in race number 31.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, motor number 3 is coming up. Once again, the jingle by Mr. DJ, Max Nicolai. Ladies and gentlemen, around, are we ready for motor number 3? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, once again, anyone around the venue on my count, 3, 2, 1, make some noise. Okay, I hope they are getting a bit ready for the big finals. quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals, of course, coming up after motor number 3, ladies and gentlemen. More excited racing coming your way. Race number 1, cruiser women, 30 years and over. All right, Glanketas, Marien, Hemstock, Svensson, Philippe. All right, here we go with race number 1 of moto number 3. And who's the fastest in this one? Round the outside, we're looking to the rider coming out of Great Britain. Phil Sophie Svensson. No, it's not Great Britain, it's Norway on the track. Welcome to the riders out of Norway. Over here in Latvia for the UEC BMX European Championships 2025 in full swing. Moto number 3 of day number 1 with the cruiser categories. And right now we have the Belgian rider at the front in Peggy Marien. So Marien in and out of the second turn, followed by a French rider. And the French rider in second, it's gonna be the rider of Mathilde Glanketa. Glanketa on the inside, on the outside, we're looking to Norway. Vilde Sophie Svensson. And she is taking over right now the second place. Great job, Norway. Belgium in 1, Norway second, France in 3, Great Britain in 4. Great Britain in 4, it's Mandy Hemstock.
Let's go with the next race number 2, cruiser women 13 and over. 4:06. Christiane Wiesner from Germany is taking a very good start from the first target in the first straight. From the first turn, she's coming out. First, the 2 French riders, all 3 French riders, and now at the moment in a 2, 3, and a 4. They are competing each other in here in the third qualification motos for cruiser women 13 and over for race number 2. But the German cruiser rider is increasing the gap between all the French riders fighting each other between here in second turn. And German rider Christiane Wiesner is taking the win in race number 2 for cruiser women 13 and over.
All right, 3 on the gate still. Cruiser women 30 years and over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with a quick start from the inside, and it seems like we have the rider coming out of France, and the French rider is Ludivine Servel. But it's not enough for Servel taking the whole shot, because the other French rider on the world number 4 bike, Lorient Bosque, is taking number 1, première place, toujours en tête de la course. Lorient Bosque in front of another French rider, and the rider in 3 coming up. Is it Coralie Cornillon for the moment in 3? Let's check them out on the second part of the track. Is he for the French rider? It's Malika Valopelo. Valopelo is following the rider in 4. Is the rider from Spain, Del Carmen Gonzalez. Gonzalez in 4. That's the way they go. Oh, the other Frenchie is spinning up down that final straight away. The V 3 is taking the win. Ludivine Servel.
The younger age for the cruiser women category 17 to 29, race number 4, and number 11, Gilles Vogelpoel from Netherlands is very fast in the first straight. She's very confident in leading this race. Number 4, 705, Lou Pilat from France in 2. This is the first 2 position. Netherlands rider still is the last year European champion, Gilles Vogelpoel. Now she's already ending in the third straight in the last turn. She's taking another very confident win, 3 in a row for race number 4.
That's race number 5. Race number 5. From the start right now, we have Debbie Schalk together with Jetske Hemstock, Christina Matarazova, one of the fastest riders in this category. Jennifer Maarten took already a few good places, of course, in the motos. Another win in the second moto with Jamie Elwood coming out of Great Britain, and Tessa van Zaan from La Belgique. So the world number 4 is leading this one out. Again, the Black Panther. So a new nickname for Jennifer Maarten. Out in front. In second we have Christina Matarazova doing it for Slovakia. And we see the Belgian rider working hard on the rhythm section. Tessa van Zaan for the moment in 3. Another Dutch rider in 4, in and out of the final turn. Debbie Schalk.
The race number 6, the last gate for the cruiser women, 17 to 29. 7:08, Lily Chiziva from Great Britain is outside. Oh, there's a leading positions is changing in the second straight. 7:08, Lily Chiziva still in the 1:21. Sanne Lumbeck from Belgium in 2. Chiziva still in front of all the other riders in number 1. So the 1:30, she's improving the previous results from 1 to 3, and then again she's number 1. The last straight between Chiziva and number 21, Sanne Lumbeck from Belgium, and Chiziva is taking the win. Lumbeck second.
Race number 7 on the gates.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out, watch out. Attention for the world number 7 of Leonie Burgel. She's again quick and fast out of the start and is taking a huge gap already on the first straight. So in and out of turn number 1 with the world number 7, Leonie Burgel leading the charge. In second, another French rider. And the other French rider is Margot Ott. Margot Ott is there. And who's around the outside with the GT colors? In 4 at the minute. It's a rider coming out of Spain. It's Anja Mater and Alonso. Alonso in 4 on a stay strong bicycle. In between, we have the rider coming out of the Czech Republic, Petra Drijsseidlova. But the win goes out to the world number 7 of Leonie Burgel.
Race number 8, cruisers girls, 16 and younger. Number 15, Céline Bouleux from France. She's number 1 in the end of that first straight. From the first turn, she's coming down in the first. And number 1 to number 2, it is 319, Mila van Dieken from Netherlands. She's inside. Céline Bouleux still in the front. She's leading the race. Number 8 in number 3. Last year, number 7 in Europe, Stepanka Fremlova. She's in number 3 at the moment. Last straight, and Céline Bouleux is taking the win in the race. Number 8 for cruisers girls, 16 and younger.
All right, race number 9 on the gate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from lane number 1, we have the rider coming out of Great Britain, Annelies Camden Carpenter. Carpenter is fast again. Belgium on the inside. And the Belgium rider is going to be Eline Wijnand. Wijnand is following in 3rd at the moment. The French rider in between is going to be the rider on the 303, Romain Gevray. Gevray pour la France is in the middle, in 2nd place. Still leading this one out. The rider coming out of Great Britain, Annelies Camden Carpenter. Belgium in 3. Who's the rider in 4 coming up? The rider out of Switzerland, La Suisse, Alma Carolee, RSV Swiss Factory BMX Racing. In and out of the final turn, inside the top 4.
All right, let's move on with the real cruiser night, 15 and over for gentlemen. So race number 10. Nicolas Torri, nobody else has him. He's in the front, third time in a row. Yeah, he has only the wins and the qualifications, and this time is not exception. Nicolas Torri from France in position 2. Number 3 in Europe last year, Eric Vlander-Gerbruck from Netherlands. And French and Netherlands riders in 1-2, and they are finishing in this order for the race number 10.
All right, this is another international race, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, who is the fastest in this one? On the inside, we have the rider coming out of Slovakia. It's Martin Molnar. Molnar in 2nd. The French rider is taking the lead of Marit Bruno. Marit Bruno leading this one out. Walter de Fischer is following. And the German rider inside the top 4 at the moment. Michael Brechtersbauer. So those riders are battling hard to go straight into the final. Oh, who is coming up on the right-hand side on the rhythm section? 999 on the plate. Darren O'Brien. Darren O'Brien has to do it in the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. O'Brien is coming down that final straight away with the Fischer, Brechtelsbauer, Molnar and Bruno in front of him.
Next stage category for cruisers, 45-49. Only 4 riders is competing in this race. Number 21, Erich Grabigler from Germany is leading the race. Number 12 and second place, 500, Jean-Serge Dusseur from France. Both are running away from all the rest 2 riders. Still the German rider Erich Grabigler is leading this race. French rider right behind him is following. He's trying to attack in the last straight, but he's now going for the risk, and the German rider is taking the win. The race number 12.
Riders, ready, 1, 2, 3.
All right, all the way from lane number 8, our good friend coming out of Great Britain, Matt Barnard. Barnard is on the way alongside the rider coming out of Hungary, Christians Mesarose. Mesarose is following in second, and then we are looking to the blue rider coming up, and it's another rider coming out of Great Britain, Fraser Watson. Watson, watch out for Watson, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming a bit closer by the man out of Hungary. In the front of him, Mesarose, but all the way at the front, and it's still the other rider coming out of UK, Matt Bernard. We have the Latvian rider in 4 at the moment, Alvis Lanso. Come on, Latvia, make some noise! Lanso, Paul Diaz, and he's taking 3rd on the line in front of the other rider from Great Britain, Fraser Watson.
Next stage category for the cruisers, race number 40, cruisers 40-44. Where's the Girtsionkos? Girtsionkos is only in place number 2 at the moment, and the leading position is 400 Trenebien from France. Yeah, French rider very fast. He is showing the place for the Girtsionkos. He's only in 2. Very like a serious gap between each rider and a French rider. Very confident. Trenebien is already slowing down the speed, and very confident win. Terence Trenebien from France.
15 on the gate. All right, I think we have already some German fans in the stand. Here we go with a quick start on the inside for the 408. And the 408, ladies and gentlemen, Christophe Ozolins. Ozolins leading this one out, but the French rider wants to change that. And is coming in on the left side on the second straightaway. The French rider is going to be Michael Lecomte. Michael Lecomte alongside a man from Latvia, still leading this one out. Christophe Ozolins. The French rider is taking over right now, the number 1. Michael Lecomte, who is on the outside on the 3rd straightaway, ladies and gentlemen. Is it too low for France, making moves in the final turn. And the victory goes out to the other French rider, Michael Lecomte.
Let's move on with the next age category for the cruisers, 30-39. Number 1-3, Alexandre Duchesne from France, started very well, and now he's leading in the previous qualification. He has 2 second spots, now he's in a 1. Alexandre Duchesne from France for cruisers, 30-39. In number 2 is 500, the Jonathan Gerard from France as well, and 503 is Arman Skapinch from Latvia. The 2 French riders and 1 Latvian rider is in the top 3 for the race. Number 16 for cruisers, 30-39.
17 on the gate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the French rider. Here we go with Thibaut Chauvin. Thibaut Chauvin is not the only one. Around his outside, we have another French rider, Benjamin Rondeau. Rondeau inside the top 2 in the colors of BMX Besançon. And here we go with another French rider of Kevin Anjoubalou. Anjoubo, I believe, in 3rd at the moment. Bobo Klein Hesselink in 4. Has to be careful for the 501 who's coming up on the second part of the track. Agris Aleitsals from Latvia. In and out of the final turn with Bobo in front of him. And the 3 French riders, Anjoubalou, Rondeau and Thibaut Chauvin.
Race 18, cruisers, 25-29. And 2 of them is trying to go inside. 05 is Kevin Elbers from Netherlands. And Netherlands rider is coming out the first, the second inside. 50 inside is still. It is the French rider in number 2. Number 2 is 509. It's Ronan Perrault. Yeah, this is the first 2 places at the moment in the last straight. And 105, Kevin Elbers from Netherlands. And the race number 18 in the mark.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, more Latvian riders in this one, and I think two of them are quick from the start. Oh, let's take a look, let's take a look. In the middle of the pack, we have for the moment Henrijks Ozis. Ozis is there right now inside the top three. The other Latvian rider in front of him, Reinas Oga. And the Latvian rider who's leading this one out, Emils Jeksevics. Come on, Latvia, make some noise. Latvia, where are ya? Latvia 1, 2, and 4. One rider's in between. Coming out of the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look for the third place rider. He's coming out of France on a 015 bike. It's gonna be Loïc Lavon.
Young and very fast. This is the youngest cruisers, 12 and younger, race number 20. And the Czech Florian Hošek, Czech Republic rider in this races. Yes, he's leading this race with a 2:04. Florian Hošek improving his result from 4 to 3. Now he's already in a leading position, and race number 20 for youngest cruisers, 12 and younger. Now it's at third. The third straight is coming up, and in second place, 0205, Matthew van Vonder from Belgium, and he's inside in the last turn. Something will change. No, the Belgian rider is still in wonder, but Czech rider Florian Hošek is taking the win in race 20.
Race number 21 from the start with Schaalman, Drijs, Seitel, Huisman, Nielsen. Great to see him on the track as well with Slemsen van Dijken. Max Livingstone, what a name of this guy, from Great Britain, very beautiful with Finn Vissers, pour la Belgique, Slemsen van Dijken, leading this one out in the colors of Hexagon Free Sports. Is it Miroslav Drijs Seitel, who is for the moment in second with Great Britain in third at the minute, Max Livingstone. Livingstone on the number 3, and a rider from Sweden, welcome. Danny Nielsen Huisman getting himself ready for this Euro Champs and of course the World Championships coming on in 2 weeks in Copenhagen. Mason Schaalman is looking for a bit more down at final straightaway. It's not enough for Schaalman to be inside the top 4.
Next stage category for cruiser 13-14. The French rider 308, Camille Thierry. He's in a 1 after first straight, and second is 300. It's Nathalie Köhler from Switzerland, another French rider in a number 3 at the moment. Second turn, Camille Thierry is improving his result now in third. And Köhler is trying outside, going up. Now it's in outside the last turn. French rider still in a 1. So Switzerland is trying to go up. No, but Camille Thierry is taking the win in race number 22.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with race number 23. Those riders are competing for a semi-final. And from the middle of the pack, we have a great start for James Cottrell. Cottrell is leading this one out. We have a lot of fast riders coming out of Great Britain. GB, where are you? Come on, make some noise. Let's hear ya, Great Britain. So it's Cottrell out in front. In second, we have the rider coming out of Spain, and that's going to be Robin. Mater and Alonso. Alonso and Cottrell, 1 and 2. Alonso, Rowdy outside for an outside-inside line in the final turn. On the number 3, we have the French rider, and the French rider in 3 on a 315 bike. It's going to be Luca Dartus. Dartus is looking good. In 4, the other man coming a bit closer there from Great Britain, Alfie Sim.
And third group for the race, 24 for cruisers, 13-14. And the leader after first turn, he's coming out in the second red. It's whoa, it's 306. It's Gus Lennarts from Belgium. Very good with this race, number 24, cruisers 21st. The Belgium rider in the second place, the number 7 last year in the European Championship, Stepan Havelka from Czech Republic. He has won the previous both the first and second qualification, and this race he's doing number 2, but Belgium rider in 1.
Here we go with race number 25 in the cruiser category, 50 to 60 years old. We have Wijnals on the outside. And the man coming out of the Czech Republic is looking for another victory. He took 2 wins already in the first 2 motos. Simon Aksamit. Aksamit together with Wijnals. We have the French rider in 3 at the moment. Troisième place pour un moment pour Marius Suzo. Suzo in and out of the second turn. Together with the rider coming out of Slovenia. It's Nick Prek. Nick Prek is there in 4. Oh, Wijnals is closing the gap for the French riders. Prek on the outside for Slovenia, but all the way at the front in. And another victory for Simon Aksamit.
And the second gate for the race, 26. The cruisers, second gate is cruisers 15, 16. The first straight, from outside, it was a very good line in the first turn. It's 5-0, it's Milan Lillard from Belgium, and he's speeding up in a very far from all the other components. He's in the third straight, and second place is 1-5-1 Sean Brown from Great Britain, and 5-1-4 it's Matthias Laur from Estonia, is number 3. Last turn, and only the last straight, and the Belgian rider is taking the confident win in the race number 26.
All right, here we go with Bruchet, with Klaas, with Kaslini. Bilais from Latvia, Paula and Abolins. So Abolins is all the way from the outside and is taking the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out, watch out. Come on, Latvia, once again, make some noise. Sandis Abolins. Abolins at the front. We have the Belgian rider for Team Gaals in second with Ethan Klaas. So Ethan Klaas in second. And the French rider who's coming up on the rhythm section in 3 for the moment. Andreas Rouchet. Rouchet for the moment in 3. In 4, in and out of the final turn. The man with the green colors. It seems like we have another low number. Yes, yes. Martino Caslini, Bella Italia.
Cruiser 70-24, race number 28, 7-1-0 in zone Crespin from France. From outside, he's on the front, all the other riders. 7-1-3, Alex Brooks from Great Britain in 2. Yes, he's following very close to French rider, and after second turn, still the French rider 7-1-0 in zone Crespin is leading this race number 28 for cruisers 70-24. These are 3 groups in this age category, so the upper qualifications, they meet each other in the semi-finals.
Here we go with the cruiser category 70 till 24 years old. And we have Rocky O'Brien in this one. Rocky O'Brien is not in the front. We have the plane number 11 of Thomas Pons, winner of last year, looking for another victory here today on his European Championships. For the moment is second, Wietse Baudet. And the Dutch rider, Lenny Weyer, was that close in Lorme in France for round number 6 of the UEC BMX European season. Earlier on, 2 months ago, Lenny Weyer was almost taking the victory from start till the finish, the best one. But he beat by one of the Belgian riders on the line. And here is Lenny Weyer trying to beat another Belgian rider on the line, Wietse Baudet.
All right, only 2 motos to go. This is the race number 30 for cruisers 70-24. And number 3, Bo van Burgsdiksten from Netherlands. He's very fast from outside. He's in the front. 22, number 22, the Finn Gilles from Belgium. Yeah, it's a French rider and a Belgian rider is Netherlands. Netherlands is leading. Belgium is 2 and other Netherlands 26 in the 3s. Bas Hutten from Netherlands. 2 Netherlands riders, 1 Belgian rider in between. He's in the top 3 in this race, number 30.
Here we go with race number 31, the last race of motor number 3. Oh, from the outside we are looking to a fast French rider, and that's going to be Jules Saté. Jules Saté is leading this one out. We have a Great Britain rider for the moment in second, and it's going to be Daniel Wilson. Wilson in second. Knox Verkouteren pour la Belgique. Alongside a man from Estonia in 4 for the moment. Andren Kachu. Kachu in 4. Oh, problems of Kachu in the second turn. But he's holding on for 4 at the moment. The 706 is knocking on the back door. Joachim Serni. We will wait if it's enough. A crash in the final turn. It's Kachu went down from Estonia. Serni taking 4 on the line. The victory goes out to the French rider of Jules Saté. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was the rider coming out of Estonia. Coached by Cole. Racing with the plane number 720. So anyone around the venue, please warm applause for Andren Kachu. Getting ready for the quarterfinals, Andries. Already some great races. 31 motos times 3 for the kickoff of this UEC BMX European Championships.
Yes, we probably go in some short break and we will come back with the semifinals.
Quarterfinals first, I believe. So straight into the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, official confirmed. Semifinals in a bit. Semifinals and finals coming your way after a small break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another rider of the elite women category is standing on the left-hand side of me. We did already interviews with women under 23, and right now a rider in elite women coming out of Switzerland, Zoe Claessens. Zoe, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. How is your ride so far over here? Did you rode already something? The practice is coming. So do you know this track already in Valmiera?
I already rode the European Championship in junior. I won the European Championship in junior here, but I think they changed a little bit the track, so I'm gonna ride later.
Yeah. I think they changed a bit the second straight and the fourth straight, ladies and gentlemen. How is it for you to be back on the start for the Euro champs and of course the World champs coming up? So it's a big time right now, the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, last year I won the European Championship, so yeah, it's another opportunity and I'm looking forward. And also for Copenhagen World Champion, I'm really looking forward.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what you say, Zoe. You took the title in Verona in Italy, you became European champion. And of course, August last year was also a really important event. Olympics Paris 2024 in August. And you were on the podium as well, taking third. So that was the bronze medal for you. How was that?
It was crazy, like it was a bit stressful as it was the Olympics, but yeah, it was an incredible event. Like the atmosphere was so good and my family was there. And yeah, it was the Olympics, so it was very special and to be on the podium was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, great to share that experience also with your family. I think the Clauses family is a really big family, I believe.
Yeah, it's big. I have a brother who does BMX too and two sisters. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun to ride all the family. And yeah, fun fact at the World Cup in Sarans, we were three sisters who does the practice together, so it was very fun.
Yeah. And also the big boss, your dad, was also a real legend on the bike. Took also a lot of world finals, European finals and stuff.
Yeah, he started BMX, like he created the club where I started BMX, and then yeah, he continued to do it in cruiser. So now he stopped, but yeah, he started BMX in my family. Yeah. I remember in 2021, the Olympics in Tokyo, you were really young, but you were also on the start. And also one of the persons were saying, oh, so we classes, keep an eye on her. I think you went out in semi-final because maybe a bit of the experience. I think the speed was really good in 2021. 2024, 3 years later, last year, you rode the final. Took a spot on the podium. How was that for you, and how is life after that, becoming Olympian and becoming podium finalist on that? Yeah, in Tokyo I didn't do so good, but it was a great experience. I think it's helped me a lot for Paris. And yeah, to do a medal was my dream, and yeah, after it was nice to be back in Switzerland, and yeah, I will be a medalist for all my life, so it's nice. Yeah, good.
And so this weekend we have Valmiera. The World Championships, of course, are coming up in Copenhagen. Did you rode the track already?
Yes, I rode the track last week. It's rained a lot, so it was not the best training camp, but yeah, I really like the track.
Okay. Good stuff. So we have the World Championships over there in 2 weeks. And what about the competition in Switzerland? Is there a good competition over there, or are you competing sometimes in France or other countries nearby?
I mostly do the European Cup, the World Cup and European Championship, Championship, and also the Swiss Championship. It's the mostly only race I do in Switzerland.
Okay. And looking back also to the races we rode already for the World Cups, we rode Sarrian and Papendal. Looking back to that, are you happy with the results you made?
Yeah, I'm very happy because I actually broke my collarbone start of April, so I was not really supposed to race. 2 weeks before the World Cup in Sarans, I say I want to race, and I won the first one. So yeah, it was incredible. And then the next one in Papendal, I did a podium. So yeah, I was very happy because I came without any expectation. So.
And what about the general standing?
I think I'm third.
At the moment. Yeah. Okay. So once again, full house in Argentina, going for everything, and maybe you can be on the top of the box in September.
Yeah, I will see. I will do my best, and I will see the results.
Okay, all good. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Zoe Klaas is coming out of Switzerland, number 3 of the Olympics 2024. Zoe, thank you, and all the best of luck in elite women category.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side of me, we have one rider from the Dutch Army. We call him the Cricket. We all know Jason Noordam in the man under 23 category. Jason, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good. Third time over here in Valmiera. It's great to be here. It's raining a bit, but the sun is shining afterwards. How is it for you to compete in man under 23 category on this track?
I think it's really cool because it's a track that really suits me. So we will see what it brings.
Okay, and what makes that it suits you?
It's really technical and is a good first straight, so I can put some power down between the first and second one.
I think it's a long first straight. It's, I think, what you prefer.
Yeah, especially like this one is a little bit shorter than what I used to be in Papendal, but we'll see what it can bring me.
Looking back to the races we rode already, the World Cups, of course, big events. 2 wins in Sarrion, another win in Papendal, another second place in Papendal, almost back to back, but you start 2025 really well.
Yeah, I think it's an almost perfect start to begin with. Like upcoming those races, it takes a little bit nervous away, so.
Yeah. How is it for you to be one of the favorites, of course, in the championships categories? We know the races in, I think in 2023 and in 24 as well. You are, many years, you are one of the favorites for the finals and stuff. How is it for you to compete with a bit of pressure on your shoulders? Do you feel that?
Yeah, of course you feel the pressure, but I think that makes me also stronger to try to perform my best and let the people see what they want.
Looking back to the last few years, you are making a lot of progress. How did you make it?
I think try to keep it consistently and try to be focused on myself, and it works out so far.
After the Euro Champs over here in Valmiera, Latvia, we have the World Championships Copenhagen, but also Argentina is coming for World Cups. Are you still racing a man under 23 for the last 2 World Cups?
We will see.
What do you think about the field over here in man under 23 category? Who will be your biggest rivals?
I think there will be a lot of bigger rivals for me. I don't want to say especially the names, but I think they know by themselves. But I think it's hard to be one of the best here.
I think we have a lot of fast French riders, for example, in the man under 23 category. Like we know in Verona, it was a French-Dutch final almost. You became, Verona last year was a really strange day for you. I think a few flat tires during quarterfinal, maybe in the final again. But you made it to the podium in 3rd place at the end.
Yeah, it was a rough day for me. I got 2 flat tires, one in the quarter, one in the semi. And yeah, happily I survived that. I still managed to get in the box. So.
And what about the World Championships in Copenhagen? Do you look forward to that?
Yeah, of course I look forward to try to get a win. So.
Good stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, the cricket, Jason Noordam. Jason, thank you and all the best of luck. Is first this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, few minutes to go. The first riders are coming up on the starting ramp before we are heading towards the semi-final. So ladies and gentlemen, around, are we ready for the semi-final? Come on, guys. Let's cheer for all the riders once again on my count. 3, 2, 1, BMX Valmiera, are you ready? Good, guys. Maybe you can try it in Latvian.
Nu, ko, draugi mīļie, mēs esam labi iesākuši Eiropas čempionātu 2025. gadā šeit Mārša Stromberga trasē Valmierā. Mēs esam pirmās dienas jau izšķirošajos brīžos, kad pēc kvalifikācijas braucieniem tūlīt pat 6 vecuma un meistarības kategorijās tiks aizvedīti pusfināli. Vai jūs esat gatavi pusfināliem? Jā, tieši tā, atbalstam ikvienu sportistu, jo īpaši savējos un dāmām krūzeriem 30+, līdz pat pirmais pusfināls ies gaisā. here we go with the first semi-final for cruisers women, 13 and over, all or nothing. Only first 4 riders will qualify for the big European Championship final. The French rider is starting very good. Is the number of 408, Malika Fulon. Yeah, she's leading this semi-final till second straight.
All right, 3 French riders and 1 rider coming out of Germany are in for the final at the moment. The German rider is the best of the rest, Christiane Wessner. So Wessner into the big final, Elodie Merouget. Merouget in 3 at the moment. The French rider in 4 is Amélie Masson. Masson in 4, in and out of the final turn. Oh, the Belgian rider is coming in. Peggy Marien, is it enough? No, Marien is out of the race.
Here we go, is the next semi-final for this category, cruiser women, 13 and over, only 4 spots left for in the big championship final. Now another bunch of the riders in the first turn is coming out. Number 4, Lauriane Bosque from France, another French rider, 410, Clotilde Bedouin in a second place at the moment, in a second semi-final for cruisers, 13 and over.
All right, second shakeout in full swing, and it's Lauriane Bosque leading this one out in front of another French rider of Badoyle in second at the moment, and the free is coming up around the outside of Ludivine Servel. Oh, Servel is making moves, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, and 3 for the Frenchies. Who's the rider in 4 coming up? Another rider from France. Viva la France! Mathilde Glanquetard.
Okay, the next age category semi-final for the cruiser women, and 17 to 29. The former European champion last year, Gilles Vogelpoel from Netherlands. This is leading this first semi-final for this category. The second place is 706 Lily Chiviziva from Great Britain.
All right, we have 3 Dutch riders at the moment inside the top 4. Van der Zande is working hard, and the other Dutch rider in between is Debbie Schalk. Oh, the Belgian rider is coming in. Sander Lundbeek. Sander Lundbeek, come on Belgium, support your rider. Lundbeek on the outside, Van der Zande on the inside, coming down that final straight away. Vogelpoel, Chichiwa, Schalk, and Lundbeek.
And second semi-final for cruiser women, 17 and 29. Number 4 in the leading position, Jennifer Martin from Netherlands. She's inside this first turn. Oh, there's the crash for one of the riders. It's a look from the Great Britain, but Netherlands rider in the first place, and that's end of the second turn.
All right, we have a French rider in second. After the second turn is going to be Lou Pilar. Lou Pilar in second. Chaos BMX in third at the moment. Tessa Van Zaan and former European number 3, Kristina Matarazova on the outside in the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way they go. The tickets are sold for the big final in the second shakeout. The win goes out to the Dutch rider, the world number 4 of Jennifer Martin. And it was the rider coming out of Great Britain who went down in this one. I believe it was Hannah Drew. Let's have a check on that one. 7-12 indeed. Hannah Drew, ladies and gentlemen, went down in turn number 1. Thumbs are up, ready to go for the other semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, please, big applause for the rider coming out of Great Britain. Hannah Drew, ladies and gentlemen, applause, applause, applause.
And the youngest girl, 16 and younger, the first semi-final, number 7 on the plate, Léonie Bruegel from France. Yeah, Léonie is leading this semi-final, very confident with a good gap against all the rest of semi-finalists. 319, Mila van Deken from Netherlands in 2, 303, Romain Chiffret from France in 3.
All right, a great top 3 at the moment. The 4th place rider coming out of the second turn is the rider coming out of Belgium. And the Belgian rider in 4 at the moment is Eline Wijnands. Of course, Eline Wijnands wants to go through into the big final. Spain is coming up with Anja, Mater and Alonso. The win goes out to Léonie Burgel, second Van Dijken. In third, we have Romain Gevray. And into the final, the Belgian rider, Eline Wijnands. Well done.
who's going to be the next 4 riders to the big final for cruisers girls, 16 and younger. Number 15, Céline Boulet from France, starting very well in this semi-final. This is the 6th semi-final in a row. Céline from France in 1. Number 17, Stepanka from Lomen, 2. 3-1-1, Annelise Carpentier from Great Britain, and 3.
All right, Selena Bollier from France. It are the low numbers that out in front with Frimlova in second. 3-11 for the moment in 3 is Annelies Camden. Carpenters coming out of Great Britain. Switzerland in 4 in and out of the final turn. Alma Carolee. Carolee, is it enough? Oh, one French one is coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, on the final straight away, Marco. Oh. Photo finish on that one. Here we go with race number 7 in the semi-finals in the cruiser category, 13 till 14 years old, with a great start of the rider coming out of Great Britain, James Cotterell. Cotterell is leading this one out. Switzerland is closely following behind with Nathaniel Kuller. Oh, Spain is in the mix. Spain in the mix with Eric Gonzalez Carizabalaga.
The James Cottrell still in leading in this semi-final for boys. 13-14 cruisers. 300 Nathaniel Kuller from Switzerland in a second. Finland, Emily Sommarko in 3. And the 4th, to proceed to the finals, 3-1-6, Eric Gonzalez Arizabala from España.
Second shakeout in the cruiser category, 13 till 14 years old. All the starts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, race number 8 from the start. Oh, here we go with the fast Belgian rider, Guus Leenaerts. Leenaerts alongside a man from Czech Republic, Stefan Avelka. Avelka in and out of the turn number 1, but the French rider is making moves. Oh, here we go with Camille Thierry. He's in the mix for the final, together with the other French rider in 4, Luca Dartus.
The Belgian rider, Guus Leenaerts, with a huge gap against all the other riders, is going very fast to the big final. 3-0-6, Camille Thierry from France into Belgium, France in 1-2. The number 17 is Stepan Havelka from Czech Republic, and 3-1-5. 4th place in the semi-final is Luca Dartus from France.
All right, cruiser category, 15 to 16 years old. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with a lot of fast Belgian riders, and the French rider did miss the start. 5-0-4, is he coming back? Marius Suzeau. Suzeau is on the inside in turn number 1. It's not enough at the moment. The Belgian riders, it's Thijs Wijnalds, it's Leenaerts, it's Klaas for the moment in 3, who's coming up in 4 at the moment, in and out of the second turn. Jacob Ward.
All 3 Belgians is very close to the big final. They are taking with them Louis Jouvin-Junet from France. 3 Belgium and 1 French rider in cruisers. 15-6 is qualifying for big final for European Cruisers Challenge BMX Championship 2021.
French rider in 4 was Louis Jean-Junot. Second shakeout, all starts. All right, take a look for the man. Starting from lane number 3 is going to be Simon Aksamit. Aksamit, the man from Czech Republic, alongside the man from Slovenia. He's taking a quick start as well. Nick Breck. Nick Breck on the outside, on the inside with the rider coming out of Estonia is Matthias Lauer. Lauer and Latvia coming up. Sandijs Abolins.
Czech rider still in the 1, Estonian 2, Sandis Abolins from Latvia 3, who's going to be the 4th in 500, and Nick Breck from Slovenia. It seems that, there's a changing for the pass, but the last ticket to the big final, and the number 15, Martino Caslini from Italia, going to the big final.
All right, cheers, Italy. We have another Italian rider into the big final. French riders, Dutch riders and Belgian riders in the first shakeout in the category man 17 till 24 years old. Watch out for the world number 3, Bo van Burgstede, alongside the other Dutch rider of Lenny Weyer. Alex Potts is the European number 1 from last year, into the final at the moment with another French rider, Jules Saté.
Number 3 in the play to Bo van Burgstede from Netherlands in 1. Last year, Iran champion Thomas Ponk from France into, it's still in Bo van Burgstede from Netherlands is going to final, the French rider, and Netherlands, and soon 1-1. Jules Cadet from France is going to the big final for Cruiser 17-24.
Last semi-final on the gate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the last semi-final with Witse Baudet. Witse Baudet taking a quick start, but the French rider is a bit fast on the first straightaway. And so Crispon, and we have another rider who's heading in the mix right there. Great Britain. Oh, here we go with Alex Brooks. Great Britain, make some noise.
And French Enzo Crespin still in the one. The Great Britain 7-3-1, Alex Brooks in 2. He's gonna be totally in the cruiser 7-24. It's very close to the big final. The last straight 7-4. Daniel Wilson from Great Britain and 7-1-6 with Boudet from Belgium is qualifying for big final for the cruisers 17-24.
All right, Crispon, Brooks, Wilson, Baudet. The last 4 riders in the last shakeout of the semi-finals. So we have a little break. I think one of the officials can tell us how many break we have. I have to look to the right. Let's take a look on Miss Ria Goodman. She knows anything, I believe. Oh, no, she's shaking, no. She's shaking, no. No. I don't know anything. So we will wait in a bit. We are back for the big finals, ladies and gentlemen, of day number 1. All the cruiser categories. Stay tuned.
So announcement from us that lost and found. So we have found like a bank, like a debit card from Danske Bank. So the first name on the credit card is Jacob. So the last name probably the Jacob knows. So the card will be at the stop at the start building. So Jacob, probably you have lost your card. The card is with us from Danske Bank.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today it's a Friday. We are heading towards the practice for the championships categories before we are heading towards the cruiser categories for race day number 1. And next to me we have a real legend, called by the machine, Mr. Maris Strombergs. Maris, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Of course, this is your the place where you lived before, the place where you're coming from, Valmiera.
Yeah, this is my hometown. I grew up. I was born here. I grew up here. Obviously, the track wasn't here. I wish it was maybe here a little sooner. It kind of happened at the same time I retired, so I haven't got a chance to really test it out properly. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is my hometown. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. There's also a second track. So Valmiera has 2 tracks, I believe.
This is a true track. When I started, it was a different track in a different location. Then we moved to the Avuoti, which is the other track in Valmiera, and that's basically where I kind of mostly grew up riding, yeah, since 2000, I think since 2003, and then this one was built, I think, I don't know exact year, but when I kind of retired, yeah.
Okay. In 2019, we rode already the first European Championships on this track. I think we had less than 1,000 riders. This weekend we have 1,250 riders present. How is it for you to have Europe's fastest racers from Europe over here at your track?
No, it's awesome. Yeah, I was here at the 2019 as well, watching the race, and it was great to see all the top guys here, and the same this weekend. So hopefully the weather holds up, and I think the track is good. It should be a great weekend. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of what we have done in my hometown, building this facility, the track, and having the final European rounds. Growing up, we never thought it would be possible. So this is the second time we're having it. So I mean, honestly, it's a dream come true. Yeah.
I think it's a dream that comes true for a lot of Latvians, so that's a really good thing. About your career, of course, I think the most people watching at home and looking at this interview know already that you were Olympic gold in 2008 in Beijing and also 2012 in London. You had such an amazing career, Maris.
Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy to think it's been that long. It's almost 20 years since my first gold medal, right? I mean, it's not 20 quite yet, but 17, right? And then a lot of kids I meet, and when I go do some training clinics and stuff, and most of the kids they were not even born yet when I won my second gold medal. So which is crazy to think it's been that long, because I don't feel that old, not yet. Yeah. So but time goes by fast. So and I'm enjoying watching all the new generation coming up now and competing for the next gold medal. So it's awesome to see them.
I think the field in championships category is at the moment not that big on international level, but a lot of challenge riders are coming up, so that's a great grow what is happening at the moment for the challenge riders from Latvia.
Yeah, we have quite a few. We have quite a few pretty big classes, especially 9, 10, 11, you know, that kind of age group, which is going to take a minute for them to kind of catch up and get to Olympic level, obviously, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We come in, and I think Latvians will be back just as strong as we were back in, you know, back in my days.
And normally you are living in the USA at the moment. I think a few days before you were on the television in Riga.
Yeah.
So I think after 2 times gold at the Olympics you became a real legend over here in Latvia. Not only in Latvia, of course, but I think you're a big star over here.
If you say so, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's always, don't get me wrong, it's always, I mean, I love coming back home, and then especially in the summer, you know, bringing my family around more and more, and always having a good time, yeah. Seeing all my friends, my family, and obviously a couple interviews here and there always kind of happen, and also we're working on a couple cool little projects in Latvia, and then also kind of in the BMX industry a little bit, so yeah, the plan is to kind of stick around. Not obviously not as much riding, you know, anymore, but I want to stick around, and I want to keep the machine name out there for, you know, for years to come, and I want to see the young generations know what the machine is all about. Yeah.
I think they don't forget you really fast. You say you are busy at the moment with a kind of projects. What kind of project?
Well, you know, obviously it's gonna take time, but obviously I want to start to launch a little brand as well, the machine brand for the, you know, the BMX. Not so much parts, but like a racing gear brand, which we're working on. But like anything, you know, it just takes time. You have to get it off the ground, and, you know, there's always some issue. You run into some issues early on, and but that will happen. That will happen, and possibly working on a book as well, you know, and then so that's going to be a project. So there's a couple, you know, quite a few things, yeah, and then so like I said, the Maris and the machine will be around years from now, yeah.
We know the nickname Machine for a long time. When does it start, your nickname, like the Machine?
Honestly, I think it was 2009 or 2010, back in when I moved to the States, yeah. You know, obviously, I moved to the States even though I was Olympic champion. Nobody really knew me, you know, it was like some kid from whatever small town in a small country in Latvia won a gold, but like, is he really that good, right? Yeah. So I moved to the States, and then just started winning a lot of races, yeah. And Mike Redman, you know, obviously, rest in peace, Mike, he passed away a few years ago, but and he was the guy that in what national he's the machine, yeah, because I was winning every lap after lap, and races, and I think that's how we started. I first started as a joke, yeah, because he called me the Machine at race, and then my team manager, when we got home, he's like, hey, the Machine, did you hear he called you the Machine? And then we kind of laughed about it, but boom, a few weeks later, it just kind of stuck, and then since then it's been consistent, the Machine all the time, yeah.
The first time I came over to Latvia was in 2022 for a Euro Cup, and I was walking on the airport, and at the wall I did see the 81 jersey, the Machine. You were standing there in the Riga airport.
Yeah, that's one of the restaurants, yeah, like the little spot, yeah. So every time I fly out, not every time, but once in a while I stop by there to grab a coffee, yeah. So which is pretty cool too. We see it all the time, and it's not, honestly, not so much for me, but I love seeing my son when he kind of goes, and once he, you know, he's getting that age where he kind of understands a little bit more of what's going on, and so which is pretty cool, yeah.
You say that you from 2009, 2010 you moved to the USA, and how is it at the moment to be there with your whole family the most of the time in the USA? How's life going on over there?
Life's good, yeah. I mean, obviously I mostly spend most of my time in California, and I mean, I love Latvia. I mean, this is where I grew up, and I love my country, I love my city, but what keeps me there is the weather, yeah. You know, you guys, I know you guys are used to a lot of rain and, you know, inconsistent weather, yeah. You get spoiled when you live there, and every day you can literally put shorts on a t-shirt, you can't go wrong, right? Yeah. So, but that kind of mostly what keeps me there, yeah, for the most part, but I try to be everywhere, honestly. You know, I'll try to travel a little more moving forward as well, you know, and I want to spend a little more time here as well. So, but California it is for now, yeah. Yeah.
And are you going often to an USA national? We know a lot of Europeans are at the start as well. Nick Kimman is often, for example, in the USA to race some races. The Olympic champ from 2021. But Joris Daudet is also racing a lot. Last year's Olympic champ. How is it to be around with those guys? And they are still riding, and you are not riding. Is it not? Yeah, such a strange feeling at the other side.
Yeah, you know, they are obviously they're a little bit younger, yeah. And like I always say, I mean, I'm 38 now. I could have, if I wanted, I could have easily probably squeezed another 4 or 5 years, you know, out of it. But my son was born, and it just kind of hit me. I feel like there was nothing else to accomplish at that point, and I'm completely satisfied with my career. Even though a lot of people, when they see me ride, I want to see Vet Pro. You know, it was like, hey, you're coming back. I always say I could. The skill is there. You know, I just need a little bit of gym work. You know, build the power back up. But yeah, I don't think I have the motivation to do that. You know. And as far as Kinman and Joris, I mean, yeah, Kinman is a lot of times he's actually in Paris, the same kind of area where I live. And then there's been times when we at the track at the same time we ride and then do some sessions once in a while and kind of go hang out and talk. But it's just great to see them still going strong, yeah. Whatever, you know, I always say, whatever keeps you happy. If you got the motivation, go for it. But for me, I felt like, you know, after 2 golds and a couple world titles and here and there, you know, other titles, it was time to hang it up, yeah. Okay. And the COVID happened too at the same time, so honestly, I made the right decision. I couldn't see myself spending those year and a half, you know, in that uncertainty where you don't know what's going on. Can you train? Is the racing going to happen or not? And as you get older, it gets a little harder to stay in shape too. So I felt like I made the right decision. There's no regrets, not even one regret. Yeah, you know, we always go back and be like,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for the finals. Valmiera BMX, are you ready? Come on, guys, make some noise once again. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready?
Ko pirmās dienas izšķirošie fināli jau ir klāt visās cruiser kategorijās. Vai jūs esat gatavi? Aiziet, aiziet, aiziet!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, final number 1 on the gate. Cruiser women, 30 years and over. On the start from France, Amélie Masson. From France, Mathilde Glanguetta. From France, Elodie Berruger. From France, Clotilde Baudel. From France, Malika Vallopello. From France, Ludivine Servel. From Germany, Christian Wiesner. And from France, world number 4, watch out, Lorient Bosque. Good luck, riders. Final number 1, cruiser women, 30 years and over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with final number 1. A lot of Frenchies in this one. All the way from lane number 8, we have the French rider. And there's going to be the round on the floor. 08 is Malika Vallopello. One French rider went down in first straight away. It is going to be Vallopello leading this one out. In second, Ludivine Servel. And in third at the moment, Clotilde Baudel.
And very close to the champion title, 408, Malika Vallopello from France. Yes, 7 French riders fighting each other. The Vallopello is very close. Right after is number 3, it's Ludivine Servel, and the new champion in Europe is Malika Vallopello from France.
Was a good one, Andries. Close racing to the line. That's BMX. And it's how it belongs in the finals, I believe.
That's right, Sam. That's right. And let's move on with the next final for the cruiser women, 70 to 29.
Still crash on first straight away. The world number 4, Lorient Bosque, went down. The next final is indeed cruiser women, 70 till 29 years old. So the French rider is in good hands. by the medicals. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big applause, Lorient Bosque from France. All right, second final, cruiser women 17 till 29 years old. On the gate from Belgium, Sanne Lubeek. From Slovakia, Kristina Madarazova. From Belgium, Tessa van Saan. For the Dutchies, Debbie Schalk. From France, Lou Pilar. Coming out of Great Britain, Lily Chishiwa. For the Dutchies, Jennifer Maarten. And European #1 of last year. For Holland as well, Jill Vogelpoel. Good luck, riders. Second final of today.
Here we go, it's a big final for cruiser women, 70-29, number 11 from outside, Jill Vogelpoel from Netherlands. She has only wins in the qualification and also in the semi-final. She well deserved in the leading position. The second position is 7-0 for Lily Chitsiwa from Great Britain.
All right, and the world #4 is coming up of Jennifer Maarten, the lady in black. More Great Britain riders. Now it's Madarazova who's in 4th for the moment. But the European #1 of last year is flying again on this track, ladies and gentlemen. Valmira BMX, second European champ of today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jill Vogelpoel taking the win. Chishiwa second. And on the line, it was Madarazova taking the 3rd place. Maarten back in 4th. Next final, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final in the cruiser category, girls 16 years and under. For Switzerland, Alma Caroline. From Belgium, Eline Wijnands. From France, Roman Gevray. From Great Britain, Annelies Kedman Carpent. From the Czech Republic, Stefan Vreemlova. Stefanka Vreemlova. For the Dutchies, Mila van Dijken. From France, Céline Bollier. And the world #7 from France as well, Leonie Burgel. Good luck, riders. Final in the cruiser category, girls 16 years and under. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the world #7 from lane #3. Is it enough for Leonie Burgel? It seems like it's enough. We have the ride on the 311 on the inside, and it's going to be the 311, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's close in the front. Great Britain, Annelies Kedman is doing a good job, but right now in second, former European #5, another French rider, Céline Bollier.
Yeah, number 7, Leonie Burgel from France, another French rider in the second into place. 311, Annelies Kedman Carpenter from Great Britain. This is a very top 3 in the last straight. The new champion for cruisers, girls 16 and younger, Leonie Burgel from France.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, viva la France! Leonie Burgel. Good stuff. Next final, cruisers 50 years and over. Right now on the gate, coming out of Estonia, Andrus Motos. Coming out of Great Britain, Darren O'Brien. From Belgium, Tony de Gistrobbe. From Slovakia, Martin Molnar. From Belgium, Walter de Visser. For the Dutchies, Erik Vlaardingenbroek. From France, Marie Bruno. And from France as well, last but not least, Nicolas Taris. Good luck, riders. Final in the cruiser category, 50 years and over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with another final with Bruno from lane #2. On his inside, we're looking to his countryman. 505 is Nicolas Taris. Taris is there with Walter de Visser is getting in the mix from podium spot. Vlaardingenbroek, the best of the rest, but all the way at the front in, Nicolas Taris.
And Nicolas Taris only wins today in all the qualifications, very close to the champion title. In second place, 500, Marc Bruno from France. Double win for France is very close. Only last straight is the last straight to the finish line. And the new champion for cruisers, 50 and over, Nicolas Taris.
All right, good job, Taris. Bruno 1 and 2, and Vlaardingenbroek taking 3rd. Champion d'Europe, Nicolas Taris pour la France. 5th final, ladies and gentlemen, cruiser category 45 till 49 years old. On the gate for the Dutchies, Ronald Spoor. Out of Latvia, Alvis Lanso. From Sweden, Gustav Aspergen. From Germany, Erik Grabliger. Coming out of Great Britain, Fraser Watson. From France, Jean-Serge Duger. From Hungary, Christian Messeros. And out of Great Britain, our good friend, Matt Barnard. Good luck, riders. Cruisers 45 till 49 years old. Good luck.
Here we go with the big final, and Matt Bernard from Great Britain is only one with the 3 wins out of 3 qualification motos. He's inside, Matt Bernard. Oh, what a move, one of the riders. He's taking the lead. This is a 5-0-0, Jean-Serge Dussert from France.
Oh, the French rider, incredible, c'est magnifique in turn number 1. Jean-Serge Duger in the mix. Allez, allez, la France. Oh, Great Britain in the stage from colors. Matt Barnard, Great Britain makes some noise. Matt Barnard taking the win. Oh, the rider from Sweden was coming really close. Gustav Aspergen. And in 3 or in 2nd, Jean-Serge Duger. Pour la France. Next final, cruisers 40 till 44 years old. On a gate from Denmark, Rune Ardal. From Czech Republic, Marty Barabas. From Latvia, Christophe Ozolits. Coming from Germany, Marcus Huber. From France, Christophe Telot. From France, Michael Lecomte. From Latvia, world number 8, Geert Jonkers. And from France, Torrent Tournabein. Good luck, riders. Cruisers 40 till 44 years old. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with another final. Who is fast in this one? The French rider, all the way from lane number 5, Torrent Tournabein. Tournabein is there, but keep also an eye on the world number 8, Geert Jonkers. 1 French rider is in between. Michael Lecomte in 2nd, and Latvia, come on, make some noise, Geert Jonkers.
Terence Tournabein, 4-0-0 is leading this race. 4-0-5, Michael Lecomte from France, and the local guy, the Geert Jonkers from Latvia in 3 in the category cruisers 40-44. Number 4-0-0, Terence Tournabein from France is taking the title of European champion in the cruisers 40-49.
All right, the Latvian on the podium, Geert Jonkers. Victory goes out. Torrent Tournabein avec la victoire. Champion d'Europe. Cruisers 30 till 39 years old. On a gate from Latvia, Agris Alessot. From Latvia, Armand Capins. From France, Jonathan Guérard. From France, Kevin Anjoubeau. From France, Benjamin Rondeau. For the Dutchies, Bobo Klein-Esselik. For France, Alexander Duchesne. And keep an eye on the former European number 1 from France as well, Thibaut Chauvin. Good luck, riders. Cruisers 30 till 39 years old.
All right, lane 1-1. Oh yeah, former European champion from the middle of the lane is leading up the first straight. Thibaut Chauvin from France in the 2nd, number 3 in Europe last year. Alexandre Duchamp, both from France, is heading up in the 2nd straight.
All right, we have the French rider leading this one out, but Thibaut Chauvin. Thibaut Chauvin, but another French rider is trying to come a bit closer and to try to beat his countryman, Alexander Duchesne. Duchesne in and out of the final turn. We have another French rider on the number 3. Oh, on his GT bicycle, Benjamin Rondeau. But your number 1, Viva la France, Thibaut Chauvin. Good stuff for the Frenchies, well done. Next final, cruisers 25 till 29 years old. Final number 8, on again for Latvia, David Bruno Bergmanis. From Latvia, Hendrijs Ozis. For the Frenchies, Jeremy Serrazon. For France, Loïc Loravin. From France, Roland Perrault. For Latvia, Renas Uga. For the Dutchies, Kevin Elbers. And watch out for this man, 503 on the plate, Latvia, Emils Jeksevics. Cruisers 25 till 29 years old. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Attack, attack, attack. A few Latvians on the track. Oh, all the way from the outside, we're looking to the French rider, Jeremy Serrazin. Oh, a crash in turn number 1, but Serrazin is flying in this one. Elvis went down, the Latvian riders in 2 and 3 at the moment. Andries.
And the French rider is already gone very fast. Auga Jakševic no Latvijas otrā trešā vietā. Šobrīd 5:08. Jeremy Serrazin from France is very close to be a new champion in Europe for 2025 for cruisers 25 and 29.
All right, amazing stuff was that for the French rider. All the way from the outside, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Serrazin, third in the semi-final right now. Champion d'Europe, European champ 2025. The French riders back on their feet again. But I think we have to continue the presentation as soon as possible to be in front of the thunderstorm. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please a big applause. Kevin Elbers. And also the French rider in front of the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. Please, warm applause, Ronan Perrault. And once again for the Dutch rider, Kevin Elberts. 4 finals left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready for the next final. Cruisers 12 minus in the boys category. For the Dutchies on the gate, Mason Schouwman. Out of Sweden, Dani Nielsen Huisman. Great Britain, Max Livingstone. Coming out of Great Britain, come on, make some noise, guys. Jack Swils. Czech Republic, Florian Osek. Czech Republic, Miroslav Dreisaitl. From Belgium, Matthew van der Vonderk. And a Dutch rider, the last one on the list, Sim van Dijken. Good luck, riders. Cruiser 12 minus boys category.
All right, the youngest cruisers, 12 and the younger, is on in the first straight. Number 12, Sim van Dijken from Netherlands, has very good start from outside the lane. Now in the first straight, in the first turn, he's coming out very confident and very fast. The second position, 201, Miroslav Dreisaitl from Czech Republic. Another Czech Republic rider, Florian Košek in 3.
All right, we have the riders coming out of the Czech Republic in 2 and 3 at the moment. Come on, Czechie, make some noise for your riders. But all the way at the front in, on a stage from bicycle, our good friend, Sim van Dijken. Sim van Dijken in and out of turn number 1, European number 1, 2025. Sim van Dijken. Dreisaitl second, Matthew van der Vonderk taking third on the line in front of the man from Sweden, Dani Nielsen Huisman. Good job. In this final, European number 1, Sim van Dijken. Cruiser category 13 till 14 years old. From France on the gate, Luca Bertus. From Spain, Eric Gonzalez. From France, Camille Thierry. From Finland, make some noise, Emil Isomarco. From Switzerland, Nathaniel Kuller. From the Czech Republic, Stefana Velka. Pour la Belgique, Guus Leenaerts. And Great Britain, the last one on the list, James Cottrell. Good luck, riders. Final in the cruiser category, 13 till 14 years old. Gate slams down for another final. Who is fast in this one? On the inside, we have a rider coming out of Great Britain, James Cottrell. Cottrell, and we missed Isomarco already on the first straightaway. Spain is making moves. Here we go. España, ladies and gentlemen. Vamos! Eric Gonzalez, Arizibala.
So gonna make it. The Spanish inside, outside, going up. The 306, Guus Leenaerts from Belgium. He's outside. The Spanish rider still in the 1. The Belgium on all the last straight. The España or Belgium. España or Belgium. A new champion is Belgium rider. Belgium rider. What a final for the Cruiser 13-14. Guus Leenaerts from Belgium is taking the champion title here in Valmiera in 2025.
Leenaerts or Gonzalez for the win. You have to be fast, ladies and gentlemen. Cruiser category 15 till 60 years old. From Italy on the start, Martino Caslini. From France, Louis Changenot. From Belgium, Ethan Klaas. From Latvia, Sandy Zabelits. Estonia, Matthias Lauer. From Belgium, Milan Leenaert. From Belgium, Thijs Wijnands. Czech Republic, Simon Aksabit. Good luck, riders. 2 finals to go. Cruisers 15 till 16 years old.
All right, the storm is coming, and the storm is in the track here in Valmiera. Inside 1-6, these winners from Belgium is in the front of all the finalists. These winners from Belgium in 1, another Belgian rider in 2. All 3 Belgian riders in the front of all the other finalists.
Latvia's coming up in this one with Sandijs Abolins. Abolins in 4, but it's Belgium at the front. Belgium makes some noise. België, dames en heren. 1, 2 en 3 in de laatste bocht. Wijnands, Klaas, Leenaert. Oh, dat is Europees kampioen hier. Thijs Wijnands. 3 Belgen op het podium. 3 times Belgium. 1, 2 and 3 in the final. Cruiser category 15 till 16 years old. Last final of today. Cruiser category 17 till 24 years old. From Belgium, Witse Baudet. From France, Jules Saté. For the Dutchies, Lenny Wyatt. Great Britain, Daniel Wilson. From France, European number 1 of last year, Thomas Potts. Great Britain, Alex Brooks. The Dutch rider, Trace BMX, Bo van Burgsteden. And from France, Enzo Crispon. Good luck, riders. Cruiser 17 till 24 years old. Last final of today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the last final with a disaster start for Bo van Burgsteden. He has to come back and has that inside line in turn number 1. Oh, van Burgsteden out of the track. But the French riders leading this one out of Enzo Crispon. Crispon, Brooks, and Lenny Wyatt. 1, 2 and 3 at the moment.
French Crispin is 7-1-0 in a second place. 7-1 is Alex Brooks from Great Britain. Last turn, and Great Britain tried to go up the French. Enzo Crispin last straight, last meters. And Enzo Crispin from France is taking the win. Is the new champion for the cruisers, 17-24 from France here in Valmiera, Latvia, in a Marston BMX track.
Oh, great job, Andries. Thank you for day number 1. Great job. Before the storm starts, getting ready for the prize ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all. What an amazing final. French, Great Britain and French for the last final today of day number 1, UEC BMX European Championships 2025, together with my fellow man, Andries Petkovics.
Yes, Sam, right. We have very fast and with that very high energy here for the first day for the cruisers. The storm is coming. We are always ready for that, for sure.
We want to continue as soon as possible with the prize ceremony.